What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and this is a hilarious day because we knew this is exactly what would happen. Just like Disney used for Andor and for Disney used for Return, not no, with Kelly Marie Tran, The Last Jedi, I think, or whatever it was. We have now the people don't like our show, therefore full blown desperation is a stinky cologne. Everyone who doesn't like our show is racist. We have brought all the old actors out. This is like a truly bad look for them, and they don't care because it works, because they get tons of free coverage. I don't know if they want sympathy viewers or what is going on. I can't exactly do the math on their thought process for this, but fortunately I have a sweet app that can help. Check this out. Are you bad at math like me? Or are you teaching your kids math and need a little extra help? Well, I've got the app for you. This is Tutor Eva. It's like literally somebody who's can help solve your math problems and explain them to you just by taking a picture of them. It's actually mind-blowing to me. I mean, Tutor Eva can solve word problems that other apps can't recognize. It can even explain the solution rather than just offer you a simple answer, which means using this app, you get to learn along with it. No matter who you are, no matter whether you're in elementary school or high school or even college, you can use Tutor Eva to solve all types of math problems. What's more is it doesn't even charge you a single penny to download. Don't hesitate and give it a try. See the link in my description. So yeah, check out the app. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Rotten Tomatoes now has a black cat crossed its path, so that's not a good sign. Rings of Power at 39%, 85% from critics, which is actually lower than I expected the critics to give because, you know, strong independent women who don't need no man. But that said, we woke up today to a trending like event on Twitter that says the stars of Rings of Power speak out against racist threats aimed at cast. Threats? They had better have some serious receipts. They're saying that that people were threatening them. The Rings of Power cast are speaking out about racism directed at the cast. We stand together against the relentless racism threats and harassment and abuse of our castmates of color that they're being subjected to. We refuse to ignore or tolerate it. It slams. Again, threats? What? I want to see evidence of this. The message continued. Our world has never been all white. Fantasy has never been all white. Middle Earth is not all white. Well, it kind of is. We know this from the lore. I mean, it's like, and then you have like Disney, Star Wars getting on it. From Middle Earth to a galaxy far, far away, you are all welcome here. Slammed. I mean, like, are you joking? By the way, this only has 200 likes. 200 likes. Where are all the people that are like, yes, Slay Queen? And by the way, Amazon said they were delaying the Rings of Power custom review hours. It's now been 144 hours, and there's still nothing on their sites. We'll get into that too. We'll get into that too because I have more to say about that. But I want to see. I'm assuming since the Hollywood Reporter is putting this out and saying that fans are threatening their cast on a daily basis, we, the cast of Rings of Power, stand together in absolute solidarity against the relentless threats and abuse some of our castmates of color are being subjected to on a relentless daily. Gosh, there must be thousands of examples of this. Like, there must be so many examples of people just like, sorry, Doc's being kind of needy. So many examples of this. I assume they didn't post a single example. The Hollywood Reporter previously reported that reviews on Amazon had been suspended amid complaints from viewers about the show's diversity. Again, no examples provided. Currently holds a strong 85% approval rating from critics on Rotten Tomatoes, but its audience score on the site is a mere 39%. According to Amazon source, reviews are being held 72 hours to verify the legitimacy. Where is the relentless attacks that we're supposed to? Daily Wire writes, the Lord of the Rings of Power drama drags on its official Twitter account. Official Twitter account just posted a statement of unity with the cast, denouncing any fans who are allegedly harassing them. We refuse to ignore it or tolerate it. J.R.R. Tolkien created a world which, by definition, is multicultural. A world in which free peoples from the different races and cultures join together in fellowship, blah, 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 blah. The statement assures that our world has never been all white. The statement concludes, thanks, fans, for supporting us. Here's the funny thing. 25 million people watched the show, right? That's what Amazon said. And they're focusing on what? 5 people? Like they're focusing on nobody. The official statement echoes what many other critics' reviews have been saying about the Amazon series, that they insist that negative reviews reflect a deeply racist worldview from fans criticizing the series simply for having black actors in their lead roles. However, in the less than favorable reviews, are more likely to mention weak character development, bad writing, and overall failure to adhere to Tolkien's original work. Most of the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes don't mention race at all. Are you shocked? Are you shocked? That hasn't been enough to stop mainstream media from insisting that the main reason viewers don't like Rings of Power is because of the diverse cast. Even the actors from Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings adaptation have been speaking out on what they perceive to be criticism that is rooted in racism. But, you know, you can see Nerdrotic writing, let me get this straight. Racists are review bombing Rings of Power, but they like House of Dragon. Isn't that funny? Like the House of Dragon, exceedingly woke. Then you stand in solidarity with our cast. 46,000 likes. I guess. I guess. I mean, like, the thing is, most people would agree, I would agree, that, like, if there really are, you know, people saying, like, race-based pejoratives about their cast, that's not okay. And nobody in my viewership would ever do that. It's just not the case. It's not the way it works. But they just make it up. And they make it up to attack the fans and to deflect from legitimate criticism. Here's USA Today. Oh, for Middle Earth's sake, there was elf diversity in the Rings of Power. What's next? Imagine my shock when I watched the first episode and saw an elf that wasn't white as the snow of Fordwaith. I mean, like, as you probably know by now, the libs in Hollyweird have managed to take a pure and glorious work of J.R.R. Tolkien and turn it into woke trash. Amazon Prime's video series. Yeah, I mean, you see this article, right? How the Rings of Power gets Galadriel wrong. And it goes, you know, not to be out Tolkien nerded by Jack Butler. I feel compelled to rise to the defense of Tolkien creation against some poor choices regarding the character of Galadriel that are apparent in the first 2 episodes of Amazon's The Rings of Power. Dan, why don't you like women, Dan? Why doesn't Dan like women? This seems like Dan has a problem with women in general. Obviously, all of this well thought out writing that is just because he hates women. I mean, didn't you know? You can see forth my complaint with the presentation of the character of Galadriel is not about the choice to make her a warrior. We know from Tolkien's writings that Galadriel was not a warrior in the wars with Morgoth that consumed the First Age, having instead spent most of that time in peaceable Forest Kingdom. We similarly know that she was not a warrior in the Third Age, having settled in the new peaceable forest in order to maintain it as a refuge. Nonetheless, it's consistent with the character of Galadriel for her to have spent much of the Second Age in armor fighting Sauron. We know that her personality is fierce and domineering, and that she was irreplaceable an implacable foe for Sauron who had been close with her brother who died at Sauron's hand. Yeah, this is an unnecessary but forgivable simplification, but as we know that elf women are said to be equal in strength and agility to the men, and that they spent only a tiny portion of their lifespan bearing children, so female elf warriors are not that hard to envision. We know that Tolkien's view of women did not ordinarily depict them as soldiers. He was quite capable, witness with character Arwen, and writing fierce female warriors. But you have all these, somebody that is clearly, I read that to say, like, this is clearly coming from somebody who understands Tolkien, understands how he viewed women, how he understood, and then it's some light criticism that's well thought out, but that just means that you don't like women, or that you have, some problem with race. I mean, it's absolutely fabricated. There's no evidence of this anywhere. They didn't show any examples of it. They just said, and then it's not like they said it's happening. They said that it's happening consistently, relentlessly, and like every single day. You would think they have thousands of examples, and yet they choose to show us 0 of them. Why? Well, I submit to you the real reason why, and that is that they don't exist. I'll continue to cover Rings of Power and its battle with Tolkien purists. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like on it and then hit that red subscribe button down below. I'll be doing my normal Thursday night stream with Sydney Watson tonight at 5 o'clock Central. I hope to see you there, and we'll talk to you again real soon.